My name's Lisa Rodriguez, and it's an absolute pleasure as a trustee of Grassroots Suicide Prevention to be here chairing this event this evening on World Suicide Prevention Day. Now, the International Association for Suicide Prevention sets the theme for World Suicide Prevention Day every year, and this year it's called Reaching Out and Saving Lives. Reaching out to someone who is struggling can make a difference.
Suicide safer communities are passionate in their belief that suicide is preventable and that suicide prevention is a shared responsibility. What we need to do in order to be designated a suicide safer city is to submit our application, which we're doing at the moment. So there's a lot of things in that. There's events like today, there's awareness raising, there's accessible suicide intervention services, support for people bereaved and affected by suicide. Brighton Hove is really trying. That's what I'd say, and we're really trying, and you all here today are very much part of that.
I feel now the draining in my stomach, as if my natural humanness is slowly filtering away. Please pray that I do not once more become the sterile alien. My brother Adam wrote those words when he was 19 years old. He was in his first term at Oxford University studying, and just a few months after he wrote them, he took his own life, and he jumped from his study window at Oxford. So I guess, 27 years later, finally, and one of the big things that I see is that I realise that there's no end point. I kept thinking, if I do this, I'll be fixed, and I do this, and then I'm going to be better. And actually what I realise is there is no end point. It's just the journey, and I'm still travelling the journey, and I'm still peeling back layers, but I'm getting closer to myself and being the person that I want to be, and that's okay. And I'm able to actually see now what life gave me, whereas for a long time all I could see was what life had taken from me.
I've suffered with mental health for about 8 years now, but my journey with suicidal ideation and suicidal thoughts started about 4 years ago. I sat and had a think when I'd spoken to Chris about what it was that was stopping me at that point, when I was surrounded by possibly some of the friends that I'm closest to, that was stopping me from going and telling them what was going on. The whole experience was so overwhelming and so conflicting that I just didn't know how to verbalise it. And there was a part of me that desperately wanted to tell people, and a part of me that really desperately didn't. I think one of the other things was a worry about what it would mean if I told someone. You don't know how that person is going to react. And especially when it's someone very close to you, it's a very difficult thing to put that out there. If you can take all your hopes and dreams for the future, all your treasured memories, and all the people who are important to you, and the darkness is still bigger than that, you've got to think about how big that darkness is for someone. It's not that they don't care about those people anymore, it's not that they don't care about their future or their experiences, it's that something is bigger and more painful than that inside of them.
So exactly a year ago, we launched the UK's first suicide prevention app, Stay Alive. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Sussex Partnership, Network Rail and Switchplane, who all contributed to getting it onto the market. I'm delighted to say that exactly a year down the line, it's been downloaded over 6,000 times, which is phenomenal. We're really pleased to be able to say that the app's won a couple of awards already and has been shortlisted for a third. Here to tell us about his own experience of using the app to help himself to stay safe is our good friend Ben.
A few months ago, I unfortunately found myself in the position where my thoughts of suicide were so strong and prominent that I needed immediate help to avoid another suicide attempt. Fortunately, in this moment when I was trying to think of what options I might have, I remembered that I have this app on my phone and that it might help. I didn't know whether it would, but I opened it to try it, and I was immediately able to find the section called Find Help Now, and therefore I could dial through directly from the app to a support line that could keep me safe in the short term. Since then, many of my friends, whether they were present or not, and family, have downloaded this app, and they say it makes them feel much more confident and much more comfortable in being able to support me through suicidal thoughts if another crisis should occur. I really do honestly believe from the bottom of my heart that this is a unique resource. I can carry it everywhere I go, and it has an unbelievable scope to help people. I hope that it's downloaded thousands more times. I'd encourage everybody in the room to download it just in case them or someone they care about might need it.
Suicide is a difficult subject. We know it is. It's hard to talk about it, but we know why we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it to prevent people killing themselves, and also so that those of us who are bereaved and have been suicidal as well are able to manage some of that shame and some of that stigma. So it is a heavy subject, but we always finish every event with a specific toast. So if you could grab anything, toast to life.